management major with a minor in psychology. I'm involved in a lot of different things on campus, including Oglethorpe Ambassadors, the Student Government Association, and also sorority life. And I'm a junior this year, and this past summer was my first internship at the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. Epilepsy is a chronic disorder that's most commonly associated with uncontrollable seizures. It's just as common as breast cancer, but it's often overlooked. About 110,000 people in Georgia live with epilepsy. It's about 1 in 26. That's about 2 people in this room right now will face epilepsy at some point in their life. The Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia is a nonprofit organization that's geared towards helping Georgians living with epilepsy. The foundation raises awareness and money for the cause. We provide emergency medication funds, legal assistance, seizure smart training, help finding jobs, and more. It's a small operation with less than 5 people. My main duty as an intern was to handle all accounts payable for the foundation. I was in charge of depositing donations, paying salaried employees, as well as reimbursing employees for their travel expenses and other work-related expenses, and also paying vendors in advance for anticipation for our annual Magnolia Run. Our Magnolia Run is one of our biggest fundraising events of the year. We have teams compete to raise money for the foundation to walk or run the 5K or 1 mile. And this year we raised $200,000. To help with this, I raised awareness through fundraising nights at restaurants, contacting people who participated in the past, and vendors. My favorite thing that I did at this internship was having the opportunity to write and receive a grant. The grant was from the Foundation of America and was geared toward improving the workplace. As a nonprofit, it can be difficult for the organizations to attract, retain, and motivate employees given the smaller salaries. So the grant was to improve office satisfaction, to help those things. And so by writing and receiving the grant, I will now start media clubs for employees to bond and talk over things that are more than work to improve the workplace, as well as having health and fitness initiatives. Have like a recipe sharing activity for healthy recipes, just to try to get the employees to bond and to be a more close-knit community to help in those human resource duties of attracting, retaining, and motivating. Through the improvements with this grant, the foundation will have an easier time attracting, retaining, and motivating employees. The main duties of human resources, which I was able to learn in a legitimate office setting over the summer, are about the employees themselves and finding ways to optimize the employees' time and their satisfaction. These ideas of human resource management in the nonprofit were best tailored to the nonprofit through the book Managing the Nonprofit by Peter Drucker. This book really clearly and concisely sums up the nonprofit sector's obstacles for success and how that success is defined. Drucker specifically wrote about the difficulty of attracting, retaining, and motivating employees with significantly lower salaries in the nonprofit sector compared to those of their for-profit counterparts. Nonprofit organizations must use alternative tactics to retain and attract employees in order to stay in business. Here's a quote. I'm going a lot slower than I thought. Here's a quote from one of the workers, Kiana Lawrence, who's an alumni of Oglethorpe University, which basically just talks about why she was attracted to work in the nonprofit sector, and that's to make a difference. The quote from Kathleen says basically the same thing. It's an impactful and rewarding experience in a way that money cannot buy. It's great to work for the greater good, and I think that's why people are drawn to work for nonprofits. We always say you won't get rich working for a nonprofit, but sometimes peace of mind and actually liking your job is equal to that. Kiana and Kathleen are longtime employees of the foundation, and in these quotes they perfectly describe what working in the nonprofit sector means to them. I was sure to pay close attention to what motivated current employees to stay in the nonprofit sector and use that information through my grant to get people to come to work for the nonprofit sector. And another thing that helps attract, retain, and motivate employees is the office culture. It's a very small operation with less than 5 employees. So the dress code is more casual, and we always have snacks and drinks and televisions around the office for a more relaxed feel. Again, just helping to attract and retain people in the sector. I felt more prepared than the other interns while at the foundation because of my writing and my critical thinking skills that were brought to me by the core program. The core program allows students to engage in difficult discussions and different types of writing styles and activities. And I credit a large part of my success at my internship, and specifically my ability to successfully win the grant to the core program. However, one area that I was not prepared for during my internship was my lack of skill in Excel. This semester, I'm now enrolled in business analytics. However, I was not before my internship. So I know that after this semester, I will be much more prepared going forward. I was able to apply for this internship through Atlanta Laboratory for Learning's semesterly career fair. I just attended the career fair and passed out my resume. And then the next day I had an email asking for an interview. And the day after that I had an internship offer. And here we are, doing my internship. The A-Lab is a great resource for finding and applying to internships, but the real hard work comes once you're actually an intern. You have to work hard, go above and beyond in all aspects, and really make the most of your internship experience. And if you can do that, you can possibly land a job offer. If the student is able to make a difference in their internship, the work won't go unnoticed. I personally was offered a job to be the office administrator at the Epilepsy Foundation of Georgia. It's currently part-time, but the next summer will be full-time. So yeah, thank you guys so much.